How's it going? I hope everyone is doing well whenever you tune in and see this. So this is going to be a general reading for water sign Scorpio and fire sign Sagittarius. And after the live, I will post some timestamps if you're just looking for, let's say, the Sagittarius reading that follows. All right, so stay tuned for that or look forward to that depending on when you're watching this, right? But this is a general reading. It can cover anything like love, work, friends, family, health, money, abundance, etc. All right. It is also a timeless reading. So even though the original time frame we have a suggestion right from May 20th to about June 20th, so a 4-week period or so. But for some, it could resonate. Let's just say, as an example, 3 months in the past, 3 months in the future, 6 months in the past, 6 months in the future, a year in the past, or a year in the future. Okay, so it is general. All right, so whenever you see this video, it is meant for you. All right, and everyone is welcome, right? As we all have Scorpio and Sagittarius somewhere within our chart, even if we are not, a sun sign Sagittarius or sun sign Scorpio or rising Sagittarius, or have your moon in Scorpio or Sagittarius, right? Everyone has some of that energy somewhere in their individual birth chart. So if you don't already know your other placements, I always encourage everyone to do so, right? Not only because knowledge is power, but because depending on what's going on in your life, you may resonate more with your sun sign or your moon sign or your rising sign, okay? Or it just gives you more information. So if you get into a reading and it doesn't feel right, never force it, right? Always check out other videos here on my channel and of course on YouTube. So I have a list in the description box below of some of my other favorite readers here on YouTube and other podcasts and stuff. So anyway, with all that being said, I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Oh yes, all the likes that you guys do, I do really appreciate. It does help the channel. Not only does it tell me that you're vibing and resonating with the video, it also tells YouTube's algorithms that you like it, so they share it more with others. So it's a great free way to help support the channel here, since these are free readings that I'm doing. And yes, also if you want to subscribe, it's also free. Just notifies you when I put out new videos. So you can click on the bell icon on the bottom right and make sure it's blue and it's active, and it'll just notify you right when I put out new videos. So I also will be taking a photo of every zodiac reading that I'm doing here. So we'll do one, of course, for Scorpio and one for Sagittarius, and I'll be posting them after the live. So if you want to check out the photo and see the cards in more detail or just look back later, all you have to do is click in the description box below and follow the instructions there onto my Facebook page. So it's pretty easy. So I think that's pretty much it. Right? All the blah, blah, blah in the beginning we have to get out. But no, it's good information. So I think we're going to start off by doing a little sound bell here to ground ourselves and have some healing for the reading, for myself and for you guys, of course. So if you want to just be aware it is a little loud if you're listening with headphones or you're sensitive, but just be aware of your breath if you feel comfortable, or you can just listen, whatever feels good. All right. Scorpio. All right. So let's go ahead and do some shuffling. Didn't have a chance to pull your cards ahead of time, but yeah, if you've never seen me shuffle, then there you go. If you're watching this later, you can always fast forward, of course. So I've already called in my spirit guides, guardian angels, helpers, all the good stuff, right, to help me in these readings. And these are messages from Spirit, right? I am just a channel or conduit. All right, so let's see what we have here for Scorpio. Water sign Scorpio, the Scorpion. For May 20th through June 20th, messages for Scorpio. Hopefully you can see me okay. All right. Or see the cards okay. I will be showing them up close to you in a moment once we get there. All right. Messages for Scorpio for the highest vibration, May 20th through June 20th. Spirits guide my hands. Messages for water sign Scorpio, Scorpion, May 20th through June 20th, Scorpio. Let's push that up a little bit. All right. Messages for Scorpio. Water sign Scorpio, Scorpion. What do they need to see? What do they need to know for their highest vibration? For May 20th through June 20th, messages for Scorpio. Scorpio, Scorpion. Messages for Scorpio. All right. So I like to make a little fish pond or whatever you want to call it, mix it all up in the cauldron, as we say, the magic tarot cauldron. All right, so we're going to pull 4 cards from this deck and then switch over to another tarot deck here. Okay, move that up there. Messages for water sign Scorpio, Scorpion, for their highest vibration for May 20th through June 20th. Messages for water signs, Scorpio. All right. Oh, it's fast? Okay, doesn't usually happen that fast. So we have a couple of reversals here, so I always confirm with Spirit which ones they want, right side up, and which ones they don't. Sorry guys, my hair is crazy. Okay, doesn't matter. Anyway, give me 1 second. All right. All right. So then we also will take what's on the top and what's on the bottom. All right. So let's go ahead and move on to the second deck here. We'll just put this over here for now. All right, and so these are going to be the confirmation tarot. We're going to take just one of these for now. Messages from Spirit. These ones are kind of slippery and a little bigger, but we got it. Messages for Scorpio, May 20th through June 20th. We're going to cut the deck because that was not the best on the bottom, but we'll get it all mixed up in a moment here. Make sure it's not too loud. All right, guys. Messages for water signs, Scorpio, June 20th through May 20th. And let's do one more just because. Oh. Messages for water sign, Scorpio, Scorpion, for May 20th through June 20th. What do they need to see to know? What do they need to see for their highest vibration of good, May 20th through June 20th? Scorpio, Scorpion. Let me move this up a little bit more. Scorpio, Scorpion. What do they need to see? What do they need to know for their highest vibration? Messages for Scorpio, Messages for Scorpio, Scorpion. Messages for Scorpio, Scorpion. All right, we're just going to mix it all up because we're only taking one card here and we've done a pretty good shuffle. All right. Messages for water sign Scorpio, the Scorpion. For May 20th through June 20th. Alright. Let me confirm with Spirit real quick, and then we'll pick the top and the bottom. Alright, so they wanted it reversed. And we'll take the top again and the bottom. Alright. And then we'll just do one more deck here. I'm running out of space, but we got it. Alright, so this is going to be our Oracle card. We're just doing one this time. So messages from Spirit for Scorpio. Water sign Scorpio, the Scorpion. What do they need to see? What do they need to know for the highest vibration for May 20th to June 20th, Scorpio? Messages for Scorpio, the Scorpion for May 20th through June 20th. What do they need to see? What do they need to know, Scorpio? Messages for Scorpio. See what do they need to know? Messages for Scorpio. The highest vibration, May 20th through June 20th. Alright, it feels good. So let's go ahead and make our little fish pile. A magic, what did I call it earlier? Magic tarot cauldron. A squishy pile, whatever. Mix them all together. Alright, so one card, please. Messages for water sign Scorpio, Scorpion for May 20th. Alright. So we will do this one at the end. I'll just pull it ahead of time and leave it in the corner so we don't have to really look it up later. Yes, let's do that. It's messy, but it's good messy. All right, let's pull everything back down here and line up our cards. I will take the picture now so I don't forget for later, since we do a photo for everybody. All right, so that looks relatively good. So just give me a second. And we'll take this photo here. All right, it looks good. So let's get back into it. All right, Scorpio. Let's see what we have here for you this time, Scorpio. Yes, so a few things. This could be about you, Scorpio, or it could be about the person you're dealing with, or multiple people, general environment situation, or it could have something to do with the collective unconscious or the astrology at this time. So always keep that in the back of your mind, or check some of the other videos that I have, right, for your other placements if you know. But yeah, let's go ahead first of all, before we call out the cards in order, let's talk about the major arcana that we have here for you. So we do have the Tower, okay, so that definitely has Scorpio energy. It's not your official card, it's not the death card, right, but it is the Tower. And then we also have some Pisces energy here as far as the major arcana. We have the High Priestess, okay. So the major arcanas can also talk about a certain amount of changes coming up, or perhaps they started already in the past for you and they're still going. It'll be different for everybody. Okay, but we will call out a couple of the other signs as we see fit. But we also have, I'm sorry, you don't have two major arcanas, you have three. Sorry, late nights here. Okay. You also have the Hierophant, which is Taurus energy. So, what does this mean? As an example, you could be dealing with another Scorpio, another Taurus, or a Pisces. Okay. That could be one of their signs, or it could be you have a lot of those signs predominantly in your birth chart or their birth chart. Or again, it has something to do with the collective unconscious or even the astrology at this time. Okay. So we'll kind of see how it goes from there. But let's go ahead and call it your cards. And I totally forgot to set your timer, but it's all good, right? Time is relative and fluid and all that good stuff. So we have the Six of Staves in the right side up position, also known as the Six of Wands. We have the Hierophant in the right side up position. We have the Tower in the reverse position. We have the Queen of Staves or Queen of Wands in the right side up position. We have, well, we'll wait to talk about that because that's your confirmation card. And then, of course, we'll talk about later what's on the top and the bottom of your deck, okay? But yes, we are doing kind of this reading here. If you're new or just haven't been here in a while, all are welcome, right? Thank you, thank you. We are doing almost like each card here, these 4 cards represents a week time or so. So we're going to say that the first card can be energy from around May 20th through May 29th. The second card could be energy from May 29th to about June 6th or so. And then the third card would be from around June 7th through June 13th. And then the last card in the last 4th week could be energy from around June 14th through June 20th. But of course, it can be a little bit before, a little bit after. Nothing is exact. It's kind of just an example. All right. So when we talk about your first card, and it can kind of go throughout the whole reading as well, but this could be energy we're picking up from the recent past. And what is the recent past? It could be very different, and it will be very different for everybody. It could be a couple of days ago, it could be a couple of hours, months, weeks, years, etc. But we start off here, Scorpio, with a really nice placement with the Six of Staves or the Six of Wands. And this is energy of celebration. It's a very supportive energy, right? So here we see, hopefully you can see it with the light and everything, but this is a chariot race in Egypt, okay? And everyone is out to support him and they are having good time, right? So this is really nice, abundant energy. You could say it's full of momentum and progress, right? So this could be an energy that you may find yourself in, Scorpio, or the other person you're dealing with, general environment is kind of going on. But it seems very supportive and very happy, kind of a happy-go-lucky feeling. Okay, so that's always nice to see, regardless of what sun sign you are, or what sign you identify with, right? But yeah, this is really beautiful, and this could be again towards the end of May, so May 20th, which is officially today, I think. Let me turn this down, and then going through May 29th, so the end of May, and maybe even the first week of June or so, right? But very nice to see here, Scorpio. And then your second card, the second week, right? So this could be from May 29th till about June 6th. Okay, again, just an example. But we have the Hierophant in the right side up position, and here is the Taurus energy we were talking about earlier. Okay, so this could have something to do with schools, institutions, higher learning, research, developments, but it's really about this energy of somebody being a leader in some type of way, and these 2 other women are looking up to this high priestess. So they come to her for advice and answers, right? But she is a high priestess here. She could be another deck's just a regular priest, whatever that means for you. It could be a teacher, it could be a mentor, a spiritual guide, right? Or just someone that has more experience than you. It really depends, right? But this could be your energy. You could be that leader here, Scorpio, or another person around you, okay? But when you put it together too with your first card, it feels they both are very supportive energy, right? And the Hierophant is in the right side up position here, okay? So you go for happy-go-lucky, celebration, supportive energy to more learning and growing and helping others. So it kind of goes together, right? One, you could say the first card is more go, 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 fast energy. And this one is still fast, but maybe not as fast, but it still is for momentum and progress as well, okay? So because everybody's learning abilities to learn and to teach others are different, right? So time will be different, okay? or the speed or the rate of that, okay? Now, going forward here, Scorpio, I would say really the only energetic blockage you have here is in that third week, okay, with the tower in the reverse position, okay? And that is, again, can be seen as Scorpio, even Pisces energy. And you are Scorpio, right? And this is a Scorpio reading. But here there is a resistance to change, okay? It could be you here, Scorpio, or someone around you, general environment situation, but somebody is resisting dramatic change, whether it's a good change, a bad change, a small change, a medium-sized change, a large change, right? But somebody is resisting the breaking down of the foundation, right? The crown chakra, starting actually not breaking down from their foundation. Actually, it's the reverse, right? It's breaking down from the head down, right? So what does that mean? It is still the crown chakra. So this represents, just as an example, I'm showing you in the right side up position, is right that enlightenment, spiritual downloads. Oh, now I finally get it, okay? But it's reversed. So somebody is resisting that. It could be a hesitancy or they're scared, right? We all change is hard, okay? Right? Again, whether it's good or bad, big, scary, small, whatever, there's a little bit of this energetic blockage or stagnant energy because it is in the reverse position. It could also be because it represents Scorpio energy. If you hear and watching and you are identify as a Scorpio, right? It could be you are not feeling as confident here, or you're not feeling all the way in yourself, or something like that as well. Okay, but maybe not for everybody, for a small few. For everybody else, it's kind of already what I've said so far, okay? But with this tower in the reverse position, let's go ahead now and talk about what's on the top and the bottom of each of those tarot decks here to get even more insight of it as to maybe why this tower is in the reverse position. Okay, just make sure we have a little bit of music here because it's very quiet and I don't want to stir the animals, as they say. Okay, so let's go ahead and start with your first deck here. All right, so we have the Princess of Staves in the reverse position on the top of your deck, and then we have the High Priestess here in the right side up position on the bottom of your deck, and that is Pisces energy again here, okay? And so this is energy we were talking about on the top and the bottom of the deck. This is past energy, whatever that means for you, and we're talking about it in relation to the tower in the reverse position, okay? So when I said for some, it could be if you're, because this is Scorpio energy, the tower in reverse, whether it's right side up or reverse, it's still Scorpio energy. Some of you, it could be affecting your confidence in some way, or you're just not feeling all the way yourself, or there's some kind of just general resistance, stagnant energy, slowing down completely of energy, or energetic blockage, okay? So with the Princess of Staves in the reverse position, it's almost like in the past in some way, what is impacting this tower in the reverse position in the present is somebody is not ready to level up in some area of their life. The princess who is supposed to eventually become the queen is like, wait a minute, stop, I'm not ready, okay? And it just is represented as a woman in the cards as a metaphor, but you can be a man or whatever. We're not talking about the specifics of gender, right? We're just talking about how the cards are depicted here. It could also be for some feeling a lack of loyalty or support in some way around all these changes, and that could be why they're resisting, why you're resisting Scorpio or the other person or multiple people, general environment. Because that little tiny dog, when the card is right side up, right, dogs are supposed to be known for being loyal to their masters, right? And so it's reversed though, okay? But what I really see here, Scorpio, with the High Priestess on the bottom of your deck, is that it is like what is needed here is the intuition, the slowing down to hear the wisdom inside, right? So the High Priestess, she's holding the scroll. This is the secret knowledge of self. Know thyself first, right? Before you can know anybody else, okay? And she's also has the light and the dark because the duality of life, okay? Letting those things come in with that feminine energy. She has the moon crown on the top of her head, right? Divine feminine energy. We all have divine feminine energy and divine masculine energy inside of us, right? So that could be almost like hinting at a secret knowledge of self, of course, but also the secret or the answer to how do I flip the tower in reverse to the tower right side up, right? So I don't see the tower as a scary card, right? Some people freak out about it, but I don't see it that way. I see it as that is the way life is, right? We all go through changes, okay? Anyone who tells you, what is the saying? If someone tells you life isn't hard or change is not difficult, then they're trying to sell you something. Something like that. I can't remember the exact quote. All right, moving forward, let's also talk about here real quickly what is on the top and the bottom of your other deck, of course, with that tower in reverse again here too. So here we have the Knight of Pentacles right side up, and then we have the King of Wands right side up. And again, this is energy from the past, whatever that means for you. So there could have been some type of medium size offer or opportunity that someone gave to you or you gave to them, or it came in generally from the universe, right? It could come from a job, it could come from health, it could come from money, love, etc. All those things. Okay. Sorry, 1 second, guys. Sorry, my allergies. I think I'm losing my voice. Hold on a second here. Okay. All right. Oh, and don't spill the water. All right. Yes. So what I was saying was this medium-sized opportunity or offer that came in, whether it was from a person to you or you to them, or from the general environment, universe, your spiritual guides, ancestors, all those things. It is represents forward momentum and progress too, right? He's on his course, galloping forward. He has that coin that he's showing to you, right? So it's like someone's extending energy out, like I'm offering you this or you're offering this to me, vice versa, etc. Okay. And then it leads, you go from the Knight, okay, the Knight of Pentacles writes it up to now the King of Wands. They're separate. One is Pentacles and one is Wands, right? But it's going from a Knight to a King. So in the past, there could have been some type of leveling up here in some area of your life, okay? And perhaps that started or brought forth or was a part of this hesitancy or this scaredness or this pause or this just slowing down and being like, whoa, hold up, let me process this information. I'm not ready yet to have my crown chakra enlightened with all the spiritual downloads, revelations. Oh, now I finally understand something, because somebody could still be processing, what does this leveling up mean for me? Again, it could be in all areas of life. In health, you get better health all of a sudden, right? That sounds great. So change can be good, even change can be scary. I mean, even if it is good, right? Or leveling up in a relationship, going from dating to now exclusively dating and living together, what have you, right? Or entry level position to now a manager position to CEO or whatever, right? It's like the next stage of whatever, okay, business, etc., all those things, projects, right, creative passions, all that. And also here we have again more Taurus energy with this King of Wands here. So today officially it's May 20th. We've started Gemini season. So this, when we talked about this being past energy, this could have went down during this past Taurus season, this past month or so, okay, or it could be even multiple years ago, right, etc. But it's interesting because let me pull back the other card here for a second just to show you. The King of Wands, just like the Queen of Wands, always has the sunflower in the background. Hopefully you can see it. There we go. Okay, so the sunflower is from the Sun card. So that again represents spiritual enlightenment, downloads, revelations. Oh, now I get it. I finally see everything. Okay, so here the King of Wands has it. It's right next to him. He's not necessarily holding it, but it's like he could. Actually, he is holding it. Sorry, I take that back. It's hard to see the cards here for a second, but if you look at his hand all the way around, really tiny there, he is holding the sunflower. Okay, I was gonna say it was right within his reach, but let me take it back. He's holding it. Okay, so that's what's needed here, right? So it's like this could be another person around you, if it's not you, Scorpio, that is holding, hopefully, nothing over your head or anything like that, or keeping something secret. But I don't feel like that it's that for the majority of you. I really feel like you know what this is. You know what this change will mean for you or other people or both or everybody. But there's still this hesitancy around accepting it or moving it forward. Okay. But the funny thing about or not so funny thing, depending on what it is, right, is that life will move on and bring you changes whether you want it to or not. So it's kind of like that saying, don't swim against the tide, go with the flow. Don't swim upstream, flow with the stream, right? Go with the flow. All right. But this is just a small part of this reading. So, and it's not all the way bad, right? It's just a gentle reminder or challenge, as I say. But let's keep going forward, because then the energy kind of changes or could change within a week or two, or even a week within that time frame. Because now, as your fourth card, excuse me, we are talking about energy around June 14th through June 20th or so. Okay, now we have the Queen of Staves, the Queen of Wands. So remember, you had the King of Wands back here. Okay, now you have the Queen of Staves or Queen of Wands. Okay, they're the same thing. They're both holding a wand, even though they're different decks and different. Yes, thank you. They're different decks, they're different names, but they're both holding the wand. Okay, so they're both royalty. They're both that higher top of the leadership role or position. Okay, so you go from the Tower in reverse here, Scorpio, to now the Queen of Staves in the right side up position. Okay, so now the confidence is back. Now somebody is stepping into their own power. They're embracing the change and wanting to have some type of influence or power around it, or they're trying to go, hopefully, with the flow the best way that they can. Okay, so in the background, what's really important in this Queen of Staves is there's water behind her, the Nile River, right? Because she's in Egypt. So the water in tarot represents our emotions. So she's learning to master them in a positive way. Say, okay, my emotions may have said I was scared or hesitant or resistant to change, but here I know that I can work through that. And because always, most of the time, when you see a king and a queen, their throne is behind them. That is their support system. You see it here with him, right? What's behind him? That rock, that's his throne, okay? That's his support system. Like people, when they say, I have your back, somebody has his back, somebody has her back too, okay? So now it's like, I'm going back to the beginning of the reading where we had this supportive energy of the Six of Staves, okay? So we're going back to that. So now back to more supportive energy here, confidence. But she, even in particular, in this deck, the way they show it, not in all of them, right? She has her eyes closed, okay? And there's some kind of animal in the background. And it always makes me think about if we're in the wild and we are, let's say, in caveman times, right? We're not necessarily going to close our eyes and take a rest or a break during the middle of the day unless there's other people around us that are going to protect us, right? So she's taking a moment to take a rest. Hopefully you can see her eyes there. Oh, it's not focusing, but her eyes are closed, okay? So that's beautiful, right? I mean, we should all feel or want to feel and embrace feeling supported and protected at all times, okay? So she's, again, stepping into her power, feeling the support, channeling her emotions in a positive way. So that is all beautiful, good stuff. And it could be finally now also accepting that leveling up in some area of your life here, Scorpio. So this is beautiful. So as we move forward here, we're going to talk about your tarot confirmation card and at the very end, your oracle card. But we do have a little bit of a reminder here, kind of just what I already said, but it's coming out again. We have as your confirmation card, and this card is confirming all four of these cards, all four of the weeks that we're talking about, right, is the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, okay? So when she is right side up, just like the King and the other Queen, She is has a throne behind her. Okay. She's supported as well. People have her back. People look up to her. She has a lot of responsibilities, but she's not doing it by herself. She's going to go tell her scribe, the guy to go to the store. She's going to tell her guy to go watch for the battles and protect the land and all that good stuff, whatever. Okay. But she's also, again, has a little bit of this Taurus energy when she's right side up or reverse. But when she's right side up, just as an example, she has this scarf around her face, right? She's not kind of showing all of her cards, as they say. She's not showing everything that she has, right? Because she knows that it's to her advantage, right, to hold some stuff back. She's not the Queen of Swords, which would be more of an energy of seen as someone who's clear, cold, and calculated. No, the Queen of Pentacles is more warm and softer than that, right? But the Pentacles in the tarot represent, right, money, finances, but of course, all forms of abundance. So whatever that is, we want to manifest in our life and bring forward, okay? But she's in reverse, okay? And she's confirming your last card too, the Queen of Staves, right side up. So it's almost like a warning, like a gentle reminder, a challenge. If you hear Scorpio or the person you're dealing with, multiple people, general environment, right, doesn't step into their power, and that doesn't mean you have to be a leader. It means simply confidence and projecting that you can handle things in a certain way and be calm and collective, right? And take that break because you know you are protected. If you don't do those things, you could lose the crown. You could lose the confidence. You could lose the possible leveling up in some area of your life if that's what you want, right? So here, it's just really kind of warning you, right, to stay on this Queen of Wands or Queen of Staves right side up path and not to lose that, right? Keep the head on your crown. I just did the Virgo and Libra readings. I think it was Libra had this quote at the end with the Oracle card that was like, take down all lesser crowns. If the crown doesn't suit you and it doesn't represent your true power or personality, or if it's negative energy, take the false and the lesser crowns down, right? And then take up your own crown, what it means to you, okay? So with all that being said here, Scorpio, let's now get into the Oracle card that we pulled for you this time. And this is from the Rumi Oracle deck by Elena Fairchild. And Rumi was a 13th century Persian poet. And she's taken a lot of his poetry and put it with these beautiful artist depictions of the energy. So the card you got here, Scorpio, is card number 4, the Cloak of Christ, okay? I haven't seen this one in quite some time, and they're all really beautiful and kind of abstract. So here we see that figure in the middle kind of radiating outwards this energy, and it could be, right, Jesus perhaps, okay, regardless of your religion or how you identify. There is, they say a lot of different religions that Jesus was a prophet, right? He was a scholar. So there definitely has to be some lessons there that are good that we can take away from it. Regardless, again, of your religion. So let's go ahead and just read this poem real quickly and then the quick meditation that comes with it if you want to get into the energy of this card. But it almost looks like, to me, like a heart, like little hearts coming outwards, and then with the colors there. All right. Okay, let's read this poem. Okay, the Cloak of Christ. In the school of humanity, when you become intimate with God, you reside on the king's throne. We were just talking about throne, sorry. You reside on the king's throne and teach the angels the nature of the divine. My sacred brother, he who shares my heart and yours, beating as one in harmony with the great unending love, brings you the mantle of his protection. Do you imagine that there is any part of your life or your body or your soul that is outside the realm of his divine love and protection? Offer all to him, leave nothing, and cast aside. He and I together receive you absolutely without condition now. The compassion born out of our own struggles tempers the karmic weight of divine justice. That was deep. All right. It's not done yet. Sorry. So yes, the compassion born out of our own struggles tempers the karmic weight of divine justice. We have been through the same journey you are taking now, sweet divine soul. In oneness with the divine heart, we know of your efforts and your struggles. So what is bestowed upon you now is the restoration of forgiveness, of kindness, and of mercy. My sacred brother speaks to you. He shall receive your darkness and your light, the angel of your heart and the demon of your fear. Nothing is greater than my brother's love for you. Nothing is greater than my holy passion for you. Take refuge under the cloak of Christ, the mantle of my sacred brother, and know that you are held in our loving sanctuary. All right, so that's beautiful. Okay, let's see what the meditation says real quickly. Okay. It says, open your arms wide above your head and tip your gaze gently up towards the heavens. If you are inside, imagine or extend that you can gaze beyond the physical structure of the ceiling right into the sky that lies above. Lower your arms to prayer position at your heart and say aloud, if possible, Rumi and Jesus Christ, who love me without condition, offer me the cloak of the Christ, the mantle of divine protection now, that I may receive my karmic grace and healing I need through the power and mercy of your presence. Thank you. And then it says, sit quietly and imagine you are surrounded by a dark, comforting cloak. You can easily breathe through it. You can easily see light within it or filtering through if need be. And you feel comfortable in the darkness. Let it be whatever is most relaxing and soothing for you. You may even imagine it to be the night sky, draped with stars wrapping around you. Close your eyes and relax now for as long as it feels good. That may be for a minute or for 15 minutes or for 20 minutes or longer. Just be with that, what feels appropriate and best for you at this time. When you feel you're ready to arise from your rest, simply place your hands at your heart and say thank you. May you notice strong energetic sensations or emotions during this progress or in the day following. You may notice repetitive thought patterns that you need to confront and challenge with more loving thoughts. You may have significant dreams in the evening following also. It may be subtle for you so much that you wonder if anything has happened at all, and if it has worked. Don't worry, it has. The effect will be demonstrated at the right time. Trust. All right, so that's a deep one and very beautiful. It definitely echoed some of the stuff we already talked about with protection, feeling protected in your throne and your power. So that is your message here, dear Scorpio, and I hope you got something from it. So always feel free to let me know in the comments down below, excuse me, how it plays out for you. So let's go ahead and shuffle the cards and move on to Sagittarius. And we will do a sound bell again too. Not like that, but the right way. All right. I took a picture, right? I think I did. Hold on. I think I did. Yes, I did. Okay. Just making sure before I put the cards away. Because I've done that before and then I'm like, oh my God, practice again. Okay. So let's put some crystals on there and let it kind of absorb the energy in the past readings. We want to clear that before we get into Sagittarius, of course. Get in there. And we'll do a really good shuffle in just a moment here. And Sagittarius. Yes, Sagittarius. And so yeah, let's take a moment right now and do our little sound bell to help bring it back in and center ourselves and clear the energy from the last reading. Okay. And I also just need a moment to see what is going on with my hair for a second. I keep seeing it and the camera is driving me crazy. It's been really humid here, guys. So anyway, I don't think that helped, but that's okay. Just accept it, let it flow, let it go, as I say. All right. So if you want to, you can take a deep breath in and out and just relax and listen to the sound bell and do whatever feels natural. Just be aware too, if you're listening with headphones, it does get loud sometimes. So let's get into it. All right, Sagittarius. Sagittarius. Okay. Let's go ahead and get in here. So yes, if you're just tuning in, I will do timestamps later, but what are we at, the 46 minutes or so? All right. So we're going to go ahead and shuffle again and get back into the next energy of Sagittarius. So I'm going to talk to Spirit and ask them to be a clear and effective channel and get messages for you guys. So also, if you're just tuning in and you didn't see the intro, this is a general reading, so it can cover anything like love, work, friends, family, health, etc., and money and abundance, of course. So messages for fire sign Sagittarius, the Archer. What do they need to see? What do they need to know for their highest vibration for May 20th through June 20th, Sagittarius? Messages for Sagittarius for their highest vibration, May 20th through June 20th, Sagittarius. Messages for Sagittarius. What do they need to see? What do they need to know for the highest vibration? Messages for Sagittarius. That didn't work, but that's okay. We're going to mix it all up here. This is just going to be one oracle card that we're going to take here. So let me just mix it all up, y'all, in the little fish pond. All right. Sagittarius. I'm a sun sign Sagittarius. I don't know if I told you guys that before. If you've seen me before, maybe you know, but yes, I'm a sun sign Sag. All right. So, messages for fire sign Sagittarius for May 20th, June 20th. What do they need to see? What do they need to know for the highest good? All right. So we have that one. We'll talk about it at the end. And let's go ahead and get into the tarot cards here. Mix these guys up first too. All right. Spirit's guidance, messages for Sagittarius. Messages for fire sign Sagittarius, the Archer, for May 23, June 20, Sagittarius. Messages for fire sign Sagittarius. What do they need to see? What do they need to know for the highest vibration Sagittarius? So, get in there. Sagittarius. Messages for Sagittarius. For June 20th through May 20th, Sagittarius. Messages for the Archer Sagittarius for May 20th through June 20th. What do they need to see? What do they need to know for their highest vibration? Sagittarius. Messages for Sagittarius. Messages for fire sign Sagittarius for the highest vibration, May 20th through June 20th. All right, let's just mix it all up here. I'm going to take 4 cards from this deck. All right, Sagittarius. My dog is looking at me really funny. Are you sleepy? Okay. Sagittarius. Messages for fire sign Sagittarius for May 20th through June 20th. What do they need to see? What do they need to know? Messages for fire sign Sagittarius. Messages for Sagittarius for May 20th through June 20th. What do they need to see? What do they need to know for the highest vibration? Messages for Sagittarius. All right, one more. Messages for fire sign Sagittarius, the Archer, for May 20th through June 20th. What does Sagittarius need to see? All right. So then we're going to take the top and the bottom and get one more tarot card from the other deck here. Put this up here, out of the way. All right. And then, yeah, we'll do that in a minute. All right. Oh, no. Sorry, guys. One of my cards, I think the end needs to be re-glued or something. It's like sticking out. All right. Nothing we can do about it right at this moment. But, yeah, we'll just go with it. Okay. I guess I need to be a little more gentle with these cards or something. They're always, if you're familiar with tarot cards or even playing cards, right, the more you use them, they're all different card stocks and all that stuff. So it happens. All right. Messages for Sagittarius, May 20th to June 20th. Spirits, guides, and hands, messages for Sagittarius. For May 20th through June 20th. What do they need to see? What do they need to know for the cards? Good. Sagittarius. Sagittarius. Messages for Sagittarius for May 20th through June 20th. What do they need to see? What do they need to know? Sagittarius. Messages for fire sign Sagittarius for May 20th through June 20th. All right, let's just mix it all up here and see what we get. All right. Sagittarius. Messages for fire sign Sagittarius for May 20th through June 20th. What do they need to see? I'm taking one card only from this deck and the top and the bottom. Messages for fire sign Sagittarius for May 20th through June 20th. Whoa. All right. So we want that one. And so then let's see. This is considered the top. And this is the bottom. All right, so let's just kind of get these out of the way here for a second. And we'll turn that down. Okay, and let's make a pretty little picture here for everything. All of our cards. Some kind of order here. So this is Sagittarius. All right, give me a second just to take a picture. Okay. looks good enough for me. So let's get into it. All right, so Sagittarius, we pulled all of your cards here now. We'll set our timer in just a minute. So yes, Sagittarius. If you're just tuning in, right, welcome everybody. We are doing a kind of set of readings where we're doing one card for each week or so, this 4-week period from about May 20th through June 20th. Okay, so we'll talk about what each kind of area means, right? So the first one can be from about May 20th through May 29th. And the second one could be from about May 29th to June 6th or so, right? It's not exact. The third one we said about from June 7th through June 13th or so. And then the fourth one could be from around June 14th through June 20th or so, okay? And then we'll talk about, of course, your confirmation card at the end. Also talk about what's on the top and the bottom of each deck, and then at the very end, your oracle card, okay? So, my dear Sagittarius, we'll set our little timer there just to kind of have. So let's go ahead here and see as far as the major arcanas, what's showing up here. Okay, let's turn my chair. I'm sorry. Felt like I was not looking at you or sitting right for you guys. Okay, so we do have four. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 major arcanas. Okay. So it's neither good nor bad, right? That could speak of a significant amount of change. Some could have started in the past since they're in the past position, and then some are more in the future position. Okay. So as far as other zodiac signs that I do see here, as far as the major arcanas, we have Leo energy, we have Gemini energy, we have Scorpio energy, and we have Taurus energy. So you could be dealing with a Gemini, a Leo, a Scorpio, or a Taurus. Or maybe, as an example, you have one of those or a lot of those predominantly in your own birth chart, or the other person does, or none of that resonates perhaps, and it has something to do with the general astrology at this time period of collective unconscious, and maybe none of that at all, but we just wanted to mention it, right? Okay. So let's see, going forward here, let's go ahead and call out your cards. So you have the 2 of Cups in the reverse position, the 5 of Cups right side up, the 9 of Staves or 9 of Wands in the reverse position, and the Lovers in the right side up position. And then we'll talk about the other ones later. Okay, so Sagittarius. Yes, lots of changes definitely happening here. I would say that, this dog here, sorry. I would say that, you know, the first card at the beginning of the reading in particular can pick up energy from the recent past. And if you see me, you kind of know the drill, right? But that can be different for everybody. A couple of days ago, months, weeks, years, etc., right? But still kind of impacting the future probabilities or possibilities that are coming up, right? Because we all have free will, and human nature comes into play, right? And things can change day to day, right? But this is what we're getting so far, right? So we have the 2 of Cups in the reverse position. I think Virgo had 2 of Cups reversed too at some point. I can't remember. But anyway, maybe that's a clue, but I don't know. With this 2 of Cups in the reverse position, this is an energy of talking about some type of union that is off, okay? So there's some type of relationship, is the same thing as a union. It could be romantic, it could be platonic with friends and family, or a relationship with different parts of yourself, or a work partnership, whatever it is, okay? But there's an imbalance here, or energetic blockage, or a little bit of stagnant energy. A gentle reminder or challenge, right? All different ways you can look at it. And it doesn't last forever, and you still have really other good, great cards. But, excuse me, it does speak of something that needs to be addressed, okay? Because somebody emotionally could be upset that the other party or the other person or multiple people is not in their highest vibrational good and bringing out the best in each other. When the 2 of Cups is right side up, it's divinely guided. We see the angel in the background, right? They're both giving each other the same amount of attention. But here, there's something off. So either, again, someone is giving too much or someone is not giving enough, okay? And this is actually, before we move forward with your other cards, This time it's a little bit different than some of the other readings. What's on the top and the bottom is going to go with this card, and then what's on the top of the bottom of the other deck is going to go with this card. Sometimes they go with the same card, sometimes they go separately, right? It's always different. So this is, again, giving us more explanation about maybe why this Two of Cups is in the reverse position here. Okay, and this is past energy, whatever that means for you. So we have the Sun card in the right side up position. That's Leo energy. And then we have the Ace of Staves, or also known as the Ace of Wands, in the reverse position here. So the Sun card represents youthful energy, passion, creativity, but it is enlightenment, right? We see, if you can see, this pyramid here, and the top of the pyramid in Egypt, it's like, okay, either God, aliens, ancestors, energy, whatever you want to call it, but right, it's like coming to the top of the triangle, the pinnacle of energy, reaching the highest level, right? So that could be representative of spiritual downloads, revelations. Oh, now I finally get or understand something, okay? Or it's just lots of passion, lots of creativity, lots of youthful energy, spirit, just really good vibes, right? High vibrational vibes here. Okay, so that could have happened in the past in some way for you or someone you're dealing with. But then there seemed to be something where it was like, wait, stop, the energy stops, right? So aces normally represent new beginnings, okay? Endings and new beginnings, but here it's reversed, okay? And again, we have energy that with this card in particular, it could be Aries, also it could be Leo again, or even Sagittarius yourself, right? Fire sign energy, but it's in the reverse position. So maybe when we put it together with this Two of Cups in reverse, that somebody was maybe scared of what this ending and new beginning could be, right? Maybe they didn't want the relationship to change in certain ways or end at all, right? It depends on the relationship. Again, romantic, work partnership, platonic with friends or family, or different parts of yourself. But it could be here that somebody, either you yourself, Scorpio, the other person, party's environment, right, is like, I don't want these things to change, or I don't want to change myself, or I'm not sure if the other person will change, right? All of these things here. But it's like, it was so good at some point, okay? It was really good at some point. The energy was there, okay? And then again, there was this energetic blockage or stagnant energy or a challenge that showed up that made this Two of Cups show up in the reverse position. And again, the cups represent our emotions. So somebody is emotionally dissatisfied or emotionally disappointed in some way about this partnership that is not currently at an equal give and take here. All right, moving forward, right? Because I say we still have some good stuff coming up here. And that's only 1 week time period. We're saying could be 2 weeks, could be 3 weeks, could be more than that, right? But energy always ebbs and flows. We always have the ups and the downs, right? Such is life. Okay, moving forward, Sagittarius. So now we're talking about your second card, which could be energy from around May 29th through June 6th or so. We have the Five of Cups, okay? And so somebody is still really stuck in this kind of sourpuss mood here. Okay, could be you, Sagittarius, and I think I called you Scorpio earlier. Sorry if I did. I'm just tired. Sagittarius. Could be you, could be someone around you in your environment, okay, or just an energy. The Five of Cups is like crying over spilled milk, crying over only the things that have gone wrong, but not focusing and seeing the light that there's still positive people, there's still positive influence in some area of your life, even at the worst situations, right? Because this guy here, we see the king, he's knocked over his wine glasses and he's really upset. But what he doesn't realize is if he just changes his perspective and literally turns around, there are these two people behind him, I think it's his kids, who have wine that they can share with him and they want to help him, right? So this is a perspective change is needed in these first 2 weeks. In some way here, Sagittarius. Again, could be you, could be not, somebody around you, or maybe a little bit of both, right? We never know. So let's keep going now, because I would say, as a quick foreshadowing, your last two cards are really great. So even if there's a little bit of bumpy stuff ahead of that, just don't worry, right? Just, yes, hold on tight, okay? So moving forward, your third week here, your third card could be energy from June 7th through June 13th or so. we have, and you get this card like literally all the fucking time, Sagittarius. Sorry. Sometimes I curse, right? But it's just because you do. You always get the 9 of staves. It's like, I mean, you just always get it. I have to really look back, but I would say like I see it so much, Sagittarius. And it's either right side up or it's reversed, but it's always kind of there. Okay. So that could be a message as well, like really digging deep into the meaning of that card and what it means for you, right? Because everybody's interpretations of cards can be a little bit different. But it keeps showing up, Sagittarius. But I see it this time with the surrounding cards in a good way. Okay. So don't take it as a bad thing. I feel like most of the time when the 9 of staves is right side up here, Sagittarius, it's talking about somebody who's almost at the end of something, but they're so fucking tired, excuse me, that they're burnt out and they kind of almost want to give up. But 9 is almost 10, right? And here you see this African boy, he's doing some type of rite of passage, okay? And he's taking a break for a moment in the grass, but he's really tired. But it was reversed. So with the surrounding cards here, Sagittarius, I really feel like it's you now coming out of that energy or someone around you in your environment, energy, situation, right? That is now ready to say, you know what? I don't want to keep taking a break or being burned out. I'm just ready to find the next step. I'm ready to have an ending or a new beginning. I'm not resisting it anymore. Okay? That's really how I feel here, especially with the last 2 cards. So let's kind of dig deeper into this for a moment to kind of see maybe why this card is coming up once again, Sagittarius. And I say that with love because I'm a sun sign Sag. Okay. So what we have is past information, what's on the top and the bottom of your other deck, along with the 9 of staves or 9 of wands in reverse. Okay. And here we have Tower, Scorpio energy. And then we also have the Queen of Cups in the reverse position on the bottom of your deck here. Okay. And so this is talking about there could have been some type of dramatic change in the past, whatever that means for you, a big change, a small change, a good change, a bad change, whatever it may be. There was some type of enlightenment here that was shocking change. Again, whatever it is, coming out of nowhere, or surprising someone, surprising you, or multiple people, general environment situation. But it's hitting the crown chakra again. The lightning hitting the top of the head, okay? So the crown is falling off because there needs to be new spiritual downloads, enlightenments, revelations here to deal with these changes and integrate and move with them, okay? But here on the other side, we have this Queen of Cups in the reverse position, okay? So here we're talking about somebody is still dealing with their emotions in some way. They could be, or you could be, not feeling supported in some way in the past, not ready quite to level up, right? Because this is past energy, right? I don't want to be a queen yet. I don't want to move to the next stage in my life, in my love, in my health, in my business, in my money, right? Even though part of you maybe wanted to, you weren't ready before. Here, Sagittarius. But here you are, okay? You go from being burnt out, almost there, to saying, you know what, I'm not going to take it anymore and I'm going to move forward, okay? Or I'm going to get the rest I need and then move forward, something like that, okay? And what happens here, Sagittarius, so beautiful. Your last card, which could be energy around, what did I say, May 14th through May 20th, Gemini energy, the Lovers in the right side up position. What is your first card? See the progression in just 2 cards. 2 of Cups reversed to now the Lovers right side up. Okay, so now it could be the same relationship or it could be a different one. Excuse me. So we go from the energy in the beginning of your reading, okay, so maybe 3 weeks ago or so, whatever, to this imbalance, not enough give and take, not bringing out the best in each other, the 2 of Cups reversed, right, to now the Lovers right side up. So now, again, bringing out the best in each other, also balancing the masculine and feminine energies that we all have inside of us. So again, it can be a romantic relationship, but it doesn't have to. It could be platonic with friends and family. It can be a work partnership. It could be different parts of yourself coming together. But whatever it is, it's really beautiful and it feels like more balance here, and it's divinely guided. So really nice to see that, Sagittarius, especially after a couple of stumbles there. All right, moving forward, let's talk about your tarot confirmation card here. And this was coming up in a couple of the other readings. It keeps coming out. So there's definitely a strong Taurus energy here, okay? And it can be representative of the Taurus energy. So it doesn't necessarily have to be that this person is that sign or what have you, right? But we have the Hierophant again. And this confirmation card is confirming all four of these cards. So we're talking about schools, institutions, higher levels of learning, research, development. It can represent a spiritual guru, teacher, priest, mentor, etc. Okay. But he is a leader, okay? And this time we see this priest-like dude here, right? He's even got the Taurus bulls in the background, but he is providing answers to others, okay? He is, you can tell by his posture and the way he's standing, he is confident, okay? And so this can be energy here, Sagittarius, of you yourself or someone around you or both, right? Of somebody stepping into their power. It can be you also having a now renewed sense of faith in someone who was a teacher, a mentor, a spiritual guide, or someone who just straight up had more experience than you. Or it can be you going back to school or being more open to learning, or the other person is now more open to learning, what have you, right? Always switch it if it's vice versa. And it could just also be saying here that this Taurus energy is going to continue even after we're technically starting today, already in Gemini season, okay? So this is the higher vibrational frequency of Taurus energy, just like any other card in the tarot that is a zodiac sign or associated. They're all associated with zodiac signs at some point. Sometimes they're multiple, right? But it's the higher vibrational frequency of Taurus because it's right side up, okay? So this can be impacting all four of these weeks and even onward. I do know as far as the astrology, I just thought about it now. I should have said it in the other one. But we have, right, we're still in Mercury retrograde right now. It's officially ending June 3rd. The shadow of Mercury retrograde, though, will be here until about June 18th, completely gone. But what happens on May 22nd? Okay, I know you can't see it, but literally 2 days from now, Mercury retrograde leaves Gemini. Mercury is the ruler of Gemini. And now on May 22nd, it enters Taurus. Okay, so it's kind of Mercury retrograde is going backwards, so it's going backwards through the signs. So it's going to be there until about June 13th. June 13th, Mercury goes backwards, goes forwards from going backwards. So on June 13th, Mercury enters Gemini. So it's kind of going back and forth, right? Between Gemini, Taurus, and then Gemini energy again. So that could be why this card is showing up in multiple readings, or it could just be part of the collective unconsciousness, the astrology, all of those things. Or it could just be that it rings true, hopefully, to some of the other stuff we've mentioned too. So very nice, very interesting, Sagittarius. But before you go real quickly, let's do your oracle card here. Yes, here's my book. So this is your Rumi oracle card for this time period. So Rumi was a 13th century Persian poet. I always say it, so I have to kind of like make a song about it. He was a really cool poet. I liked him a lot. So when I found out they had an oracle deck, I had to get it, and it was Elena Fairchild. She does a lot of oracle decks in the witchy kind of new age community. So she's taken some of his poetry and assigned it to certain imagery in the cards. So the card you got here, Sagittarius, is card number 11, and it's called Sacred Convergence. Okay, so it's very abstract. Looks like a circle here, lots of energy, right? So let's go ahead and read the little poem here real quickly and the meditation, and then I'll let you guys go. Or you can let me go, however you want to say it. Okay. So, Sacred Convergence. Roaming about town, the master was holding a light, saying, I am weary of demons and beasts. A human is what I'm longing for. The human cannot be found. We have searched. What cannot be found is what I'm longing for. Although poor and needy, I will not accept small pieces of rubies. The mine of the finest rubies is what I'm looking for. One hand holding a cup of wine and the other the curls of the beloved. A dance like this in the middle of the circle is what I'm longing for. How I have longed for you, my very own. Look no further, for the family beyond your family, the relationship beyond other relationships, the great love that unveils all other loves, is to be mere reflections of the one great and true love, is here for you now. It is I who has sought you through the stirrings of your own heart. Yes, 'tis I, hidden beneath every secret, yearning for something more, something full, something special, something all encompassing. Behind every yearning, always I have hidden. Now I shall show myself to you, that you have, that you may become so full, so filled with the same passionate devotion that I have for you, that your mind will fall away, overwhelmed by the sheer insanity of love, tossed into an ocean of silent, unending bliss. Come to me, we are to be one now, in sacred convergence of silent, eternal passion. Wow. All right. That is some fiery energy right there. Sagittarius. Okay. That's beautiful, though. So here is a little quick meditation if you want to get into the energy more of this poem and this card, right? So it says, go ahead and say aloud the following. Rumi, who loves me unconditionally, I open to your gaze, to your grace. I hereby declare that I am willing to release those connections that no longer serve my spiritual growth on the path of love. I release relationships based in fear, and I am open to those based in love. I surrender the need to know, to judge, to assert control, or to be in the right. I open up to tolerance, intuition, and honoring of my heart. I open to love. Show me the way, brother of my soul. Guide me through your grace into the sacred convergence of my mind and divine love in its most gracious expression. Now and always, I call in my soul tribe of love, and I open my heart to nourishing connections in all ways now, so be it. And then it says, close your eyes and relax with your hands resting on your heart. Do this for however long makes you feel good. When you're ready, simply open your eyes and you have completed your sacred honoring ritual. Yeah, so that's very nice as well. I mean, it talks all about relationships. That's what we're talking about right here, right? The sacred relationships or not sacred relationships, higher vibrational relationships or lower vibrational relationships. Okay, the relationship, the most important, right, is a relationship to self, right? The self-love. Okay. So anyway, Sagittarius, that is your reading for this time period, and I hope that you got something from this. So again, thank you guys so much as always for your likes, for your shares, and your subscriptions. They're all great free ways to support the channel. And again, I already took the picture, but I'll be posting it after this. If you want to see the cards again more up close and detail, all you have to do is click in the description box below and follow the instructions there. That's pretty much it. So I hope you guys take care, and hope to hear from you too. If you want to, let me know how things go down in the future for you. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. All right, take care. Bye.